What is going on, people? Today, we got a little RDA to go over today, huh? Look at that. This is the Unholy V3 RDA by Dethwish Mods. And let me tell you this, it is probably one of my favorite RDAs so far that I've tried. It's a 28mm RDA. It's all stainless steel. And look at that fucking drip tip. That thing is just a fucking monster. Have it sitting on top of my Kennedy 28, and it just looks fucking beautiful. Um, so let's go over this. Let's do a little bit of a review rundown, huh? See everything inside of it. So you got this massive wide bore 810 clear drip tip. Let me show you the box here. So it comes out of a box as such. The Unholy. Open it up. All you get is your RDA and a little bag of some spare ball rings, grub screws, a huge hexohm key, which you will need. Your like little tri tool won't work, and some extra O-rings. There was no squonk pin with it, which I I guess. I mean, all right, that's the way that they want to go with that. Um, so we'll open it up here. You have step down airflow. We've seen that before, and I think it works really nice. Wide open, it's super clouds, bro clouds, and as you step it down, like you can step it down like the first row will be closed, and it becomes a fairly tight drop, but the flavor is still there, and the clouds are still there. Flavor actually gets a little more intense, and it's still a cool vape. I mean, I have some point 0.1 aliens in here, and it's rather a cool vape, even with half of the airflow closed down. Now, you probably won't be able to see it too well, but I'll do my best to show you. So inside, you have the deck here, two large posts, and then you see your two big grub screws right in there. Then inside, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there's two ball bearings inside each post. So you see the screw, and then you can see those little ball bearings. And what those ball bearings do, so as you unscrew it, it works for two different ways. If like your leads are like up and like the ones on the bottom, what's on the top, so that way it'll kind of keep those two separated, so you won't warp your leads, kind of like the Carnage deck does, and some of those where it's just straight up and down flat. Whereas this, it'll keep those leads straight and it won't warp your coils as much. But because of the coils that I have in here, these are coil turd 0.1 ohm aliens. They're both they got that, what is it called, the crimp. So they're both flat, and so I lifted up the ball bearing high enough, and I got both the leads up in there, and they were both flat. They sat on top of each other. Excuse me, and they sit really nice. And it is a really nice RDA. There's no question, doubt about that. It does have two tiny little slots for locking, and so you don't have to worry about it. Um, yeah, I got number fucking 22. How awesome is that? So you don't have to worry about, trying to untwist it, on and off with like the top cap twisting and spinning. You grab it, you twist it, and it comes right off. And the airflow is super smooth, and it's very flavorful. You knock it down. You can do just one hole at a time. I know I'm not showing this very well. You have it completely open, and you just go one hole at a time, all the way down to just one hole to completely off. You spin it back around, and then you can also open it up and close it down two holes at a time, which I think is super nice. I really like that style of airflow. drip tip. I mean, it's such a huge drip tip, but it fits, and I mean, I don't mind having, to feel like I'm, but like it, I don't know, it feels nice, it fits nice, it fits the mod. I think it's a very fitting to how the mod works. And I like it, I mean, it's a super flavorful RDA. You can put in, some pretty big ass builds, that airflow just hits those coils right away, and you just get some, phenomenal flavor, and you can have it super airy, or you can bring it down to, just that lower level, and then it becomes just super flavorful, and you can still get really good flavor off of it. It's one hell of a nice RDA. Like, you can just, the engraving on there, it's pretty nice machining and engraving on there, and I really like that. And the stainless steel, works really well with this Kennedy. Yeah, just look at that. It's beautiful. I like it. I think it's awesome. Um, if you like 28 millimeter RDAs, this is definitely a recommendation, I would say. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot else to say about it. There's no, a huge bummer is the fact that there is no squonk pin. I don't know if that was a mistake or if that was just, you know, made in China, designed in Canada. I think that is a little bit of a bummer. If you do want to run this on a regulated mod, it does have to be a dripper no matter what, which is, kind of stupid. But, if you're going to run it on a squonker, then I guess, I, I don't know what else to say. It's for dripping only, I guess. Yeah, it's a really cool vape. Like, it's not like a hot vape or a warm vape. It's definitely a cool vape because there's so much airflow. But even with, 3 holes down, with, the airflow half cut off, it's still quite a cool vape. It feels high-endish, like, that upper, because you have like, you have middle class RDAs, like the Unicorn V2, the Carnage 1.5. This feels just like just a step above, you know, because they do put a lot of detail into things like how the clamps work or the posts work, and with the ball bearings. I think that's a very, awesome idea how they did that, and just got juice everywhere. Got fucking juice just dripping all over the place because I'm a mess. Yeah, it fires nice. It flavors just rocking. If you're into 28 millimeter RDAs, I would suggest checking this one out. It only comes in 2 colors though, stainless steel and gunmetal. Yeah, there it is, the Unholy V3. If you like big busty builds and big old RDAs, I suggest checking this one out. Clouds for days, man. Clouds for days. Till then, till the next review, let's keep on vaping and keep on vaping safely. Peace.